Okay, hello everybody and welcome to Hirakata City in Osaka Prefecture. And you may recognize this location from a previous video that I made. But this is Yamadaike Koen or Yamadaike Park in English. And this is where I ended my video. I did a walk around this park and I came up to the top of this hill. And this is where I finished my video. And so today I'm going to start this video here. And as you can see there in the distance, the cherry blossoms are in full bloom. And actually that is not the most famous place for cherry blossoms. It would be right here down below. So down below you can kind of see a kind of a road, and it's lined on both sides with cherry blossom trees. And this is one of my favorite cherry blossom spots in Hirakata. So you can see it's a whole street down below, lined on both sides with cherry blossom trees. And so today we're gonna go down the hill and we're gonna walk down that street and enjoy the view of the cherry blossoms. We're going to be completely under a canopy of cherry blossoms. And maybe you will have the sensation or the feeling of being right here next to me, walking and enjoying the cherry blossom trees. So let's go down and let's enjoy the cherry blossoms up close. Okay, see ya. Okay, so let's go. Let's take a walk down the street. You can see a lot of people are having hanami, kind of like a cherry blossom viewing party. It's basically just a picnic with friends and family under the cherry blossoms. And these parties may start in the morning, late morning, and go into the night. And a lot of places will put up lights at night and light up the cherry blossoms. But they don't do that here. And maybe this year with the coronavirus, they don't encourage it. So this is a Tuesday afternoon. You can see a lot of people are out and about, even on a Tuesday. And maybe the kids are on spring break. The academic year is about to start in early April. So yeah, a lot of people out. And so in this video today, I'm going to take you to my top 2 favorite spots for cherry blossoms in Hirakata. And I also made another video about Makino Park, which is one of the Hirakata Hake, the Hirakata 8 scenic spots. But that will not be in this video. You can check that video out if you want. So it looks like this is full bloom, for sure. You can see they're falling little by little, and it may be past the peak in just a few days. So it's just a very magical atmosphere. Even though things are scaled down, you can see the wind taking the petals away. Lots of petals on the ground, which is also photogenic in its own way. So you can see they have a sign here. Basically it's saying, yeah, it's okay. Come here, enjoy the cherry blossoms, but be responsible. Of course, they're asking people not to have food and drinks, but you can see people are still doing that. And I think it should be safe if you just have 1 or 2 people or 3. I think they're really just trying to discourage the very big parties. Companies have big parties, for example, 20, 30 people. It gets kind of crazy. So it's just a really beautiful day today. Lots of people out today. So yeah, it's kind of crowded here. This is the very end. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like tailgating in the US before a football game. It's kind of that atmosphere. Obviously it's different, but it's kind of that level of excitement and the picnicking outside and just enjoying the day and the atmosphere. So again, here it is. This is the cherry blossom street here in Yamadaike Park in Hirakata, Osaka. So anyway, we're gonna go to another place now and take in the cherry blossoms there. So I'll see you again soon. Bye. Okay, so I decided to add on just a little bit more here, and basically we're gonna go back the way we came, but this time we're gonna go on bicycle, and so you can enjoy the cherry blossoms at a little bit different speed. So I need to be really careful with all these little kids. And if my brakes are super squeaky, I'm sorry about that. It's just really relaxing and smoothing to ride through the cherry blossoms on my bike. Maybe you can imagine the feeling. You can see the breeze carrying away the petals. So yeah, maybe just 2 or 3 days, it'll be past the peak. It's almost like snow. Snow flurries. Okay, so there it is. That's the cherry blossom street here in Yamadaike Park. Right there. Okay, so let's move on to the next place. See ya. Okay, so welcome to our next spot. And we're going to see the cherry blossoms here in Hirakata City. And it is right here. And I don't know if this place is famous or not, but this is a street called, what is it? Heiwa Road. Nakamiya Heiwa Road. So Nakamiya is the name of this neighborhood. And Heiwa Road would be Heiwa, or Peace Road. And it's kind of a historic street. They've got a little map here of the whole street. And several historic things to see along this road. But this is the peak season for the cherry blossoms, and they have a lot of really beautiful cherry blossoms here on this street. So just a real quick walk. It's not so big, but really, really beautiful. This is very accessible, just off the main road. So I can't remember the history right now off the top of my head, but I think after World War II, this whole area was cleared out. And they made this Peace Road here. So there it is, just several cherry blossom trees right there in full bloom. And then there's one final tree right here. So if you're walking in the Nakamiya neighborhood, you can't miss it, especially right now with the cherry blossoms in full bloom. It's just really beautiful right now. So there it is. Heiwa Road, Nakamiya Heiwa Road, or the Nakamiya Peace Road right here in Nakamiya, Hirakata, Osaka. Okay, let's go on to our next place. Okay, so let's continue our tour of cherry blossoms here in Hirakata City in Osaka Prefecture, and this is a place not many people know about, at least this area right here. And so these are the train tracks, the Keihan main line, which is really close to Hirakata-shi Station. This is an important busy road here, and Gyomu Supa, the supermarket, is just over there to the left. But right here, so many beautiful cherry blossom trees that many people never see. And I guess if you want to have a party, cherry blossom viewing party, and you want to social distance or stay away from other people, this is the place. Of course, if you're a Techan, if you like trains, right there is your best spot. You can sit under the cherry blossom trees, enjoy a picnic, and watch the trains pass by. So nobody is over here. So just a really secluded area, because people like to be up in the more popular area. So we're coming up this walking path here. Yeah, there's the Gyomu supermarket there to the left. But we're coming up on the Amano River, which is arguably the #1 most popular cherry blossom viewing spot in Hirakata. This is where the city holds its cherry blossom festival. And when I say festival, it's mostly just lanterns set up, and people can come out and sit under the cherry blossom trees. So yeah, that little walkway there is really nice and secluded right there. And then you come up here, you can see again the Keihan main line right there in the distance. And there it is, the Amano River. So the river has these cherry blossom trees. And again, they look like they're in full bloom here in late March. You see a lot of people sitting outside, relaxing. And again, this is a Tuesday afternoon. So you can take these stairs down and walk along the Amano River. And so there it is. So we're coming up on the main street. I'm going to cross the main street and continue recording. I'm going to give you different angles of the cherry blossom trees on both sides of the river in just a few minutes. Okay, see ya. Okay, so now we are on the bridge crossing the Amano River, really close to Hirakata station now. But you can see the cherry blossom trees there on the side of the river. And that's where they put up the lanterns and people can sit out and enjoy cherry blossom viewing parties. So really beautiful area there. That's kind of the view there. And then over here on this side of the river as well, cherry blossoms continue. And the place I just came from was over there. Those are the cherry blossoms that I showed you at the beginning of the video. So really, really beautiful area here along the Amano River. And if you look just straight ahead, that's a tea site right there next to Hirakata station. Okay, so I'm going to continue walking and I'll see you soon. Okay, so let's just enjoy a little walk going here alongside this side of the river. Enjoying the cherry blossoms. And of course on the other side of the river, you can get the view there as well. Sorry, it's a little fast. Okay, so I'm going to continue walking and I'll see you soon. Okay, so this is one of my favorite views of the cherry blossoms here on the Yodo River. It's not a very famous place. As you can see, the bridge is just straight ahead and that's the most famous perspective to get. But here, I really like this viewpoint because here you can see the cherry blossoms on both sides of the river with the river right there in the middle. And it's just very clear to see the cherry blossoms on both sides. You kind of feel like you're surrounded by the cherry blossoms. So this is one of my favorite view spots along the Amano River. Right there. So really, really nice. And of course, there that would be the Katano line, going from Hirakata station to Kisaichi station in Katano City. There it is, cherry blossoms on both sides of the river. Okay, see ya. Okay, so I'm sorry to keep starting and stopping, but there's so many beautiful different viewpoints. And so this right here, I'm actually standing under the train tracks for the Katano line. And then of course this is the Amano River right here. And just right over there, it's a really, really beautiful line of cherry blossom trees. And from this perspective, it's super, super nice. And again, this might be a perspective that many people don't even know about. So it's just right there along the side of the Amano River. So actually, I'm gonna keep walking up here a little bit more, and they have some stones. You can actually kind of skip and hop across the Amano River over to the other side, and that's what I'm gonna do, and then go up and go under those cherry blossoms right over there. Okay, see you. Okay, so I just crossed the Amano River right there. They have some stones that you can kind of walk across over to the other side, and then you come over here and they got these stairs, and it leads up to the cherry blossoms. And wow, it's just such a beautiful perspective, seeing it kind of towering over you with nothing but the cherry blossoms and the sky above you. It's just really, really beautiful. No obstruction of buildings or modern architecture or anything like that. So it's just a really beautiful perspective as you kind of climb these stairs. And I like this contrast too with the green grass and nothing but the cherry blossoms there. It's kind of a unique contrast in a different perspective. It's really beautiful. It feels like it's right here in your face. And it is. Lots of petals. And wow. It's everywhere. Super, super beautiful. So, cherry blossoms don't really have a smell. Like the plum blossoms, you can definitely smell it in the air. There's not really a smell to these cherry blossoms. Wow. Just really, really beautiful. And all these petals, also really nice. All right, so there's a little bit more to see further down. So I'll continue recording when I get there. Okay, see ya. Okay, and so now we are going to finish our walk along the Amano River. This is the last section of trees, and this is probably the most famous. Anybody who comes and goes from Hirakata Shi Station probably passes by here. So it's really, really famous, and this is where they have the Cherry Blossom Festival, the Sakura Matsuri. And I think we're gonna see some of those lanterns really soon. So you can see over there they have a porta potty set up, and that would be for the cherry blossom viewing parties that they have, and they're usually right here in this spot. So let's come down here, have a different perspective. There it is. Cherry Blossom Festival. So yeah, it's the ground is not flat. So if you do come here and have a picnic or a cherry blossom party, you got to consider the slope. But there it is. Probably the most famous cherry blossom viewing spot in all of Hirakata. I don't know if it's the best, but definitely the most famous. Just because of its location and accessibility from the station. Of course, you can come here and have a party, and if you live in a different city, you can easily walk down to the station, jump on a train, and go home. So normally at night, they turn on these lanterns, and the cherry blossom parties can continue into the night. So here's the sign. Just telling people it's okay to enjoy the cherry blossoms. Just be responsible. So yeah, normally this place would be packed, especially on a Saturday or Sunday, maybe this past weekend, for example. But it's different this year, and it was different last year as well. The pandemic was just starting. So you can see on both sides of the river. So I think I'm going to come back here after dark, and I'm going to film and see if they turn on these lanterns or what the view is like. They call it Yozakura in Japanese, the night cherry blossom viewing. Okay, so there it is. These are the cherry blossoms of the Amano River. And again, on both sides, you can see across the river over there on the right-hand side, cherry blossom trees crossing the bridge over there on that side, and then over here on this side as well. So anyway, like I said, I'm going to come back here later and make a video at night, see if they turn on the lanterns. Maybe we can get a different perspective, different view of the cherry blossoms at night. So anyway, please stay tuned for that, and I'll see you later tonight. Bye. Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to Hirakata City in Osaka Prefecture. And as you can see, we are here for the cherry blossoms at night. And unfortunately, the city put up lanterns to light up the cherry blossoms at night. But I think the government is requesting people not to have cherry blossom viewing parties and things like that. So the lanterns are up, but they're not on. So we're just using our cell phones, our flashlights, to light up the cherry blossoms ourselves. And so we're just going to take a walk here along the Amano River. And we're going to do our own personal light up here. And so basically they just have a lot of cherry blossom trees here set up along the Amano River. And normally every year they put up the lanterns, and a lot of people come here and they put a picnic, put down a blanket right down here, and have a cherry blossom viewing party. And so it's kind of hard to see because we only have these two lights on our cell phones. But we're going to do the best we can. We're going to walk toward the main street and just see some of the cherry blossoms here at night. And it looks like they're in full bloom. And maybe you can hear, it's raining right now. And so that may be another reason why the lanterns are turned off. You can see some wind coming in right now. But it's it's raining, but not super hard. And I think the good news about this is the cherry blossoms just hit full bloom, maybe yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And so normally the rain would really, how do you say, the weight of the rain would actually wash the cherry blossoms off the tree. But since these just opened up, maybe yesterday or the day before, they're kind of strong, and the rain is not so heavy, and so it looks like they can withstand this rain. And so for the rest of the week, maybe we can enjoy these cherry blossoms. So right there, I don't know if you can see, but there's the lantern right there. And so it says Sakura Matsuri in Japanese, the Cherry Blossom Festival. And they put up these lanterns every year. And again, people just throw down a blanket, bring their own food and drinks, and it's a very special time in Japanese culture. Starting to get more light from the city and the street, but right here on the left hand side. And you can see they put up a porta potty here on the right hand side. This guy has a light on his head. So yeah, this is what the cherry blossoms look like at night. And normally a lot of temples and castles and special places, they put up lights and they light up the cherry blossoms at night. But this year, of course, is very different with the coronavirus. And so a few places are still doing the light up. I know Kiyomizudera Temple in Kyoto, and Nijo Castle is lighting up at night. But anyways, so just over here to the right, down below, that is the Amano River right there, and it flows straight ahead into the Yodogawa. So here it is. Hirakata cherry blossoms in full bloom at night. So
the trees. Mm-hmm.
So this is probably one of the main cherry blossom viewing spots in Hirakata. The others would be Yamadaike Koen, which you may have seen in this video. And then of course this place is good both day and night, and so maybe in this video you were able to enjoy both the day view and the night view. Some other places would be Hirakata Park, the theme park. I've never been there for the cherry blossoms because you have to pay about 1,600 yen, or about $16 to get in. So yeah. And then let's see, another place would be Makino Park, which I made a video for in the Hirakata Hake, the 8 scenic spots of Hirakata. So you can check out that video if you want to see some more beautiful cherry blossoms here in Hirakata City. So that's about it. I think this is the last tree. Yeah, and so again, it's hard to see, but the other side of the river over there, it's also lined with cherry blossom trees. And then if you cross the street, and on the right hand side of the river, there are also more cherry blossom trees over there. But I think this kind of gives you an idea of the night view here of the cherry blossoms at the Amano-gawa. And so anyway, this is the end of the video of the cherry blossoms in Hirakata City for 2021. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please click like, and definitely subscribe to this channel, as I'm making a lot of videos about Hirakata and life in Japan, and trying to bring it to you in your home, wherever you may be in the world. Also, leave a comment down below if you have something to say, or if you know other good places to see the cherry blossoms in Hirakata. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.